Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to Over 50 Starting Over. I'm Barry Edwards.
And I'm Merle Garrison.
Oh, Merle, it is Friday the 13th.
Oh,
May
my gosh.
13th. I just noticed
that. Yeah.
Do you have any superstitions in that regard?
No, I don't care about that.
I don't either.
You know what? I used to, when I was in football, my practice jersey was number 13. And everybody said, aren't you worried about 13? And I said, it's not unlucky for me, but it's going to be unlucky for the guy I hit.
Well, that's a good way to do it.
Last thing I saw was 13.
What about, and this is the silliest things yet, what about the hotel or business building that doesn't have a 13th floor?
I understand, some people, they can't deal with that kind of thing and they have phobias. I think I always think, well, that's for them. I wouldn't care about that at all.
But
I would live at 1313 Mocking Street.
But what if you're on the 14th floor? You know it's the 13th floor. There's no way around it.
I know, right? It's so silly.
Yeah. So there's that. Hey, guys,
it's kind of silly. I don't know. I'm just totally superstition is not my thing.
It's not mine either. I wonder where that came from, where that originated, but whatever. Astrology. That's right up there with astrology. I'm going to look into those stars and tell you what's going to happen to you this week. Come on. You know what's another one like that blows my mind? Have you ever gotten a Farmer's Almanac?
Long time ago.
Me too. My brother and I got him his Christmas presents a long time ago. And I sure thought that was interesting. I mean, there's a lot going on there. That book is thick, and I read through the whole thing. And what really got me was you could go to it seemed like any region in the US, and it would give you a forecast of what's going on 7 months from now, that weekend. And come on. So what I wonder is, I feel like I may have brought this up a long time ago. There's a lot of data there, a lot of years of data there. Has anybody tested this over time and just like given a report on the accuracy or inaccuracy? It's 75% accurate, 25%, something like that over time. Farmer's Almanac has been a big name for farmers and certain people for many, many years. I don't know.
I don't know either. That's a good question. I bet you there's information out there on that, on how accurate it is. Yeah. But boy, I haven't heard anybody talk about that since, well, I don't even remember. It's been a long time.
Yeah, same here. But I should look that up sometime. So guys, as we get started, want to tell you, Merle and I have been discussing that we need to make some changes to the show. And it's because for a large part, I'm going to put some of my own focus into a marketing. I'm going to separate out marketing from this show. For those of you that have been with us forever, you'll know that I used to shoehorn in a bunch of marketing stuff earlier on into the upfront segments when I got to realize that was kind of a drag, especially for a certain percentage of people wanting to hear about over 50 starting over stuff and mine and Merle's banter. And so, but the truth of the matter is, this is what I do for a living. And I invest a lot of time into the podcasting, and it needs to be more. I need to get more return on my investment from it. So I'm going to go have a segment on marketing. I'm going to have guests on, and therefore I can get opened up to their audiences and stuff. And as Merle and I discussed, there another part, our show Over 50 Starting Over has stagnated in growth for sure over the last year. And that's a shame. I see other shows of people I know that have flourished, and I've looked at the analytics. I know why that is. And it's because we don't deliver on, we have been more so in the last several months, but we haven't been consistently delivering on over 50 starting over as a subject matter. I haven't even been able to define it so well because we've been all over the place. Having a very good time doing the show. We go from, we started now, we are more dedicated now to talking about events happenings that happen to us, issues over 50. We are more dedicated to it now. We went through a large period of time where I was mailing it in. I would get on here. Hey, I got nothing, Merle. Let's just talk. It would be all current events and stuff. And the analytics showed that was a bad path to be on. New people, our main audience stayed with us. Anyone new would be like, this is a bait and switch. This is not over 50 starting over. It is. And so what I've been talking with Merle about is we have to segment out the current events to a large part, not completely. We will do a little bit of that. But if we want to go into and have our fun banter, which we enjoy, it has to be in an opt-in segment where I said to Merle, I just threw it out there, but if we want to have fun with it, it could be O5O, politics and current events with two cranky old men. It's something like that.
Well, one cranky old man. The other one, a pretty good looking, nice.
Yeah, well, we'll decide.
Guy. Yeah.
We could flip a coin on who that is. Who's who on that? So we're still working on that. But even for today, we're going to have to keep this to 45 minutes. I'm working on a project. Now I'm all over the place here, but I got to tell you some good news is I was telling you last week how talking about all the opportunity out there using Indeed, Glassdoor, LinkedIn, and all that, putting your resumes out there and the ungodly amounts of jobs that are available is unbelievable. And I was talking about, I had a quote out for a vitamin company for a catalog. I didn't get the catalog, but just a few days ago, I got a call back. Hey, we're launching a couple new products. Can you design labels for us for these? And I'm like, oh, so that's what I'm in the middle of right now. Vegan protein supplements, shakes and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about it. I'm in the middle of this project that has to go out by the end of today. So I need to get those concepts out. But anyways, I'm also going to be segmenting off a marketing thing, as I mentioned before. And Merle and I talked a bit about, I don't know where you want to jump in on this, Merle, but I was mentioning the current events are going to have to primarily go out on a separate segment. And we've been talking about you doing your own show. I don't know where they intersect. It's a possibility.
I don't know either. That's the fun part about life. And also the over 50 thing is there's a lot of different options out there, a lot of different ways to go. And you really got to let your heart be the one that guides you, because, even if you go the wrong way and you realize, well, my heart led me here, you can never be mad at yourself. Right. So that's kind of how I'm looking
you
at
adjust
this whole thing as well. Yeah.
And that's what I need to do here. We need to get the ratings up, and if we get back to over 50, deliver on that, the ratings will go up in that way, but we need guests in order to bring ratings up. And I have a very good idea, I think, for next week. Do you know a subject matter that we've never touched on, which is very pertinent to over 50? Grandparenting. And I don't mean
I can't wait to be a grandpa.
It might be a while for you. And I don't mean in the sense of, oh, I got the nicest kids, let me show you pictures and stuff like that. No, I mean the struggles that I think are never talked about, that are common to a lot of people. And I can do some research on this because neither of us are grandparents, which is why I'm sure this never came up. But I'm talking about grandparenting horror stories for a large part. And what I mean by that, and I think I would like to do this segment next week live. And the reason for that is I'd like to get people commenting live on the show that are like, oh my God, this really speaks to me and nobody ever talks about this. Let me explain. So first of all, if we put out on social media a half hour prior to going live, that this is what we're talking about, here's some bulleted points, then people would be like, oh, okay, wow, that's 15 minutes from now, I'm definitely going to check this out. And they can comment live. And here's what I'm talking about. How about if you're a grandparent and if we're talking over 50 starting over, maybe you didn't have kids until you're in your 30s. So your kids aren't that old. They're, say you got an 18 to 22-year-old, somewhere in there, who now has a kid out of wedlock. You have one of those 18 to 22-year-olds that leans more into being a kid rather than being an adult. An 18 to 22-year-old will go one way or the other on that, right? We know mature 18 to 20-year-olds and we know immature 18 to 20-year-olds. What if you're stuck with a kid that has a kid that is now leaning, your dependent is now bringing you another dependent, basically? What if your son or daughter is dependent on drugs or alcohol, has kids or is having kids, and is really at a bad point in their life where this is a big deal, and now it's become your big deal. And that's something that I don't think is really talked about. So we talk about the greatest gift in the world is when you get to enjoy and spoil your grandkids, but you get to give them back, right? That's what every grandparent says. Oh, just love them. Oh, yeah, but you take them out, wind them up, give them some sugar and send them home. But what about when you can't send them home? What about when they become your dependent? You already did your time.
Yeah. My dad had an answer for that.
What would that be?
He said almost like for years, as I still lived in the house. Now, don't be thinking that you're going to be going out there having a kid. You get married, have a kid. You think I'm your full-time babysitter? That ain't happening. Don't ever think that.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that.
I knew that was the rule.
But there are people out there whose dependent has become dependent, and then they have a dependent and they become your dependent. So I would like to speak to that. There are some really, I think there's some big stories there that people need to vocalize. And I don't know where anybody ever talks about that stuff. So, and we never have, not even in the slightest.
No. Well,
so that's an idea.
Yeah, there's an idea. All right. And we got a lot of audience members out there that are new grandparents right now. So that's good. And I'm kind of jealous, to be honest with you. I had a friend of mine that's younger than me get a hold of me and show me a picture of his second grandchild. And I'm like, wow, he looks so happy.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that day, but I don't want it to come quicker than, like, I don't want a situation like you're talking about right here. You know what I mean?
Surprise. Yeah. How do I tell my dad this one? Yeah. You don't want to, you don't want to be on the receiving end of
I've been there. So I totally get that. That is very uncomfortable. But again, here's one thing that I know is that if you really take responsibility and believe that, hey, where there's a will, there's a way, these kids that come into the world, you can take care of them. God will find a way. It works out some way. Somehow it works out. I was watching a lot of people that have been very successful started out in just dire straits with their family. My dad being one of the examples of that. I've seen a lot of that before.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I think that is covered quite well. I'm talking about the grandparents who had a certain plan for the last third of their life, and that plan gets hijacked by their kids' dependent, which they can't take care of. Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. And I don't think that gets any press.
Do you know some people like that close to you?
No, not offhand. No, I was just given some. Lisa and I were talking about subjects that we haven't talked to that has to do with people over 50, and I just started giving some thought to that. And I just think it's an unheralded story there, because everybody, when you say grandparents, they want to talk about all the. Here, look at my pictures and
right.
All of those great stories. Right. But there's a whole nother side to that people need vocalized. I could just see being blindsided by a nightmare story when you have other expectations for your life towards the end of your life.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Wow. Yeah. Well, okay, cool.
Because I would like to get some people participating like that could maybe shed some light on what do you do in certain situations, you know?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe there are resources out there that we don't know about as well. All right, Merle, you said that you had all kinds of stuff. I have other things I'd like to talk about along these lines, but let's see what you got there.
Well, I got a few things to talk about here. One of the things that I was looking at this week was in the over 50 vein, has everything to do with these cleaning. And, you know, I'm kind of in this mode right now with this new place that I have, a lot of cleaning going on and everything. And there are some, I found this article by Lifestyle and Tech, and this author, Jamie Emery, wrote this 16 most popular cleaning products that are selling like hotcakes. And the thing about this is that every one of these is revolutionary. When I read through this, I couldn't believe that, okay, it's that easy. The first one that I got here is Nature Fresh. I've never heard of any of these products before, Barry. You can't get them in the store. You got to get them online. But here's one that talks about the eliminate dust, odor, and toxic mold floating in the air without lifting a finger. This is activated bamboo charcoal that's used in professional water treatment facilities. The cool thing about this is it's these little bags that you can put around your house. And because of the carbon material that's in there, dust and little particles and mold just automatically stick to this, and it never goes away. It stays in there. And here's a story about a 79-year-old grandmother who her kid came over, as we were just kids, her grandkids would come over to the house, Barry, and they hated it because every time they would get hay fever, they'd be sneezing, allergies and everything. They couldn't stand it. And finally, the mom had to tell her mom that, hey, I can't bring the kids over anymore. So a friend of hers told her about this product. And you can see the bag right here, Nature Fresh, very inexpensive. By the way, each one of these products that they're selling them right now at half the price because of this article. I guess the author got this to happen. But she put these bags around her house, and a couple of weeks later, it was like a whole different house. She had her grandkids come over. They never had that problem again. I kind of think this is one of those things I should get for my house, because Anne Marie, once we moved over here, she started having kind of these hay fever things and allergies. I think this is a great product.
What I got to tell you that Lisa's going to love hearing about this. I know she'll look up reviews on it and stuff, but exactly. I have been dying of hay fever. It's that time of year, and just periodically I get it. But Lisa's all about odors. And like, I have almost no sense of smell compared to her. I mean, she's like a bloodhound. And so whether it's my shoes or gym clothes or, you know, what dog, whatever it may be, if it could help with that, and you say that it's really cost effective. What is this called again? Is it called Nature Fresh?
It's called Nature Fresh. And let's see if I can find the price on this one.
That's what I was just going to look up. I was going to look on Amazon.
So they're selling these things like, okay, right now there's a 50% off deal going on here, but 50% off of what? It's at each one of these has a website that you can go to, and you can put the link on our show and you can go to these, but see, you can go right here to
is the company called KISX something, KISX? How on earth would you say that?
No idea. I don't know what the company, it's Nature Fresh. That's what the
okay. Well, I see that on Amazon, this KISX Nature Fresh Air Purifying Bag, 100% bamboo charcoal. Looked pretty much like and it is $22 for what looks like a whole bunch of different bags.
It looks like you get, I ordered 5 more bags. I don't know how you get this, but pretty cool stuff. And yes, it's one of those things you can put in your locker. It'll get rid of odors. Look at these pictures. I don't know how real that is. This is supposed to be the dust in this person's house.
Oh,
it looks like there's a cloud in there. I've seen that kind of stuff before. But I mean, this was miraculous for this woman here. She was able to get that done pretty efficiently. So that's the first one. There's a bunch more here. Here's one. You can see the picture here. Dr. Clean Magic Spray. Have you ever had those? I mean, this is like, you can't get these stains off of things. Your oven stains, stains at the bottom of your pot. You scrub these things with every kind of chemical.
Like impossible.
Oh yeah. And what kind of, you're putting chemicals on stuff you're cooking with. This is an organic product.
You got to be kidding me. Organic?
Absolutely. It's organic. You can see how quickly you can do this. It's something about the, I guess, polymers that they use inside of this. But it's another, all of these products, by the way, are all natural. They're not synthetic. Wow. These are environmentally friendly and non-toxic ingredients that are strong enough to put a stress-free shine on trouble areas like kitchen range hoods, stains, toilet floor stains, even the interior of your car and wood polish. There's a story here about Roger Beck that had several items in his kitchen that when he moved into his new house, it looked like no one had ever cleaned the oven in 20 years.
Yeah,
you can see the pictures here of this terrible oven here where he just took a couple of minutes and boom, it was a brand new oven. And
I gotta tell you,
ovens is terrible.
Yes.
I mean, that is a terrible back-breaking job right there. This product makes it easy.
When I had those 3 young guys in my house, my Airbnb house, about year and a half ago or whatever, they left it just torched. It was disgusting. And I had to clean the oven. Well, this was like your picture right there. And for those of you listening, you're just looking at a before and after on an oven like you couldn't believe. And then it looks brand new after. I had a similar experience using your typical easy off oven cleaner, which I didn't know anything about. My mom told me to use it. Well, I got on like it did magic to that oven, but I didn't notice this more. I didn't know what I was doing. I started using it on everything. Even like my stainless steel sink, it left some spots on it, to be kind of honest. What I'm saying is that stuff is so powerful and it's a chemical. Use gloves. I mean, you could feel it on
gloves. It'll take the skin right off your hand.
It's really, you got to use caution with it. And so what I'm getting back to here is that so when you're showing the demonstration a second ago, I was going to say, dude, that's just oven cleaner. Don't waste your money. And then you tell me it's organic.
Yes.
I want to know more. First of all, what is the brand name? I kind of want to know if it says, what are the active ingredients in this? I can't even imagine.
You could read all about this. There's all kinds, every one of these you can click on. And
you just passed it up
here, but it's telling it.
Dry clean, one word, dry. Wait a minute.
Well, that's Dr. the name Clean? Of it. It's called Dr. Clean Spray is what it's called. Okay. And each one of these tells how it works. It's designed specifically for heavy duty cleaning with eco-friendly and non-toxic ingredients that are guaranteed not to harm your skin or any curious pet. The breakthrough formula for this heavy duty but safe for home use is the absence of fluorescent agents, and the use of natural biological enzymes to decompose stains. That's what you're looking at right there.
Okay.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. That's another one right there. All of these again are on sale. They're very inexpensive. Almost all of these are under $50. There's a couple of them that aren't. I'm going to skip this one. That one wasn't as exciting.
I just want to tell you that you can go to buydrcleanspray.com. Buy Dr. Clean, doctors DR, drcleanspray.com, and you can get a 50% off there. I would be curious. I can't say that I would sit here and just give that a thumbs up without trying it. That's why I like Amazon, where you get all the reviews from different people. But
most of these, I think you can get on Amazon as well.
Yeah,
I checked it out.
That would be cool.
Here's another one. Jet nozzle, clean your driveway 10
saw
times
this
faster. This is pretty amazing stuff.
No. I did all the reviews on this, and at the end of the day, it's just like, it's not that good. And I know
this particular product.
Yes, that particular product. Yes.
Is
And
that
there's a
right?
lot of different versions on Amazon of the same thing. You can get a very fine semi, what's the word that's used? Air pressure washer.
Power cleaner. Yeah.
You could get a semi kind of effect of that, but in a very, very concentrated stream. That you see that picture right there that you're watching, that took them, they had that on fast forwarded.
According to this testimonial, it was under 5 minutes. He was able to clean this entire driveway.
Check out the reviews on Amazon. That's what I did. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd just say go straight to
but you've used this exact model before. It's called Jet Nozzle.
I reviewed it. Yes, I did my homework on it. And no, I wouldn't buy it.
That's what a coincidence that is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, it got a lot of buzz is why.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All of these are like word of mouth kind of advertising that they're doing on these. And I think every single one of these products are worthy of checking out and checking out the reviews. I used to be a carny, so I know a lot of these things sound too good to be true. And usually when things sound too good to be true, they are. But hey, there's a lot of testimonials on these things. And hey, some products work for some people and don't work for others. So that's true also. To that pressure washer, I just want to say that a few years back, I bought an electric pressure washer from Aldi. And they really, I got to tell you, they have great products all the way around. That thing cost me about $80, if you could believe that. And it's like the high 1800 PSI, pressure per square inch, I believe that is. So it's a good one. And it lasted about 4 years of really good use. It was well worth the $80. So that's what I would say as far as we have decent pressure out of our hose here. And I thought one of these jet nozzles would be well worth it. But after doing my homework on the reviews, I would say you're better off putting that money towards an $80 electric pressure washer. That's where I would do. Well, there you go. Moving on here. Bowl Sparkle, hate cleaning the toilet, never scrub another toilet again. It goes on to talk about this woman who had a son who went to college, and this is what his toilet bowl looks like. It's terrible. Dude, I would just say that's, you made your bed. Yeah, you got to sleep in it later. She heard about this quick foaming toilet cleaner, and it's a toilet cleaner where you put this powder in there. It foams all up. You can see it foaming up right there. You can just hear the guy spraying water into it. You can just flush this, and you never have to touch any of that stuff. You can just put that in there, and boom, you're done. You don't have to scrub. And who likes scrubbing toilets? It's disgusting. No, I just use Comet. I clean my own house for the Airbnb, and I gotten really good at it, but I just use Comet. It's really inexpensive. Comet's bleach. Really good. Yeah. I mean, the bleach aspect. Again, this is all natural stuff. It's that are doing this. I mean, you go back to the off that you were talking about, how good it works. It's all chemicals. So it's the toxic. Oven off or whatever. Yeah. The easy off. Yeah. I got a story about that. My mom, I remember when I was a little kid, mosquitoes and everything, she went to put off on me, the bug cleaner. And then after she put that on me, she goes, you know what? I want to make you extra immune to these mosquitoes. And suddenly I was in the bathtub and she was scrubbing me with a scrub brush. And I'm like, what? I'm practically bleeding in here. What kind of mosquito? I'd rather have the mosquitoes bite me. Right. And I thought this was very confusing. This has never happened before. I found out years later, she accidentally sprayed Easy Off on me. Oh my God. They kept that in the bag for years. Yeah. Don't need Child Protective Services. Yeah, wait till he's 18 and then tell him. Right. To the point of how we just have become more aware about natural stuff. When we were little kids, and we had a swamp lining the whole side of the one street. Right. And and we had a lot of mosquitoes. And so in the summer, periodically we would, the mosquito man, as he was known, would come driving down the street in this kind of like a pickup, with this great big nozzle of spray coming out. You could hear it coming for like a mile away, and we would all, oh my God, mosquito man's coming, and run out there
And no, we would all run out there and chase the truck because it's going slow in the fog. In the fog. Woo! Woo! That's what happened to me. That's why
what happened to all of us when we were kids.
That that's I think what do you call it? DTD. I think that horrible pesticide that's illegal.
Yeah. DDT or
I think that's it. What'd you say?
DDT or
DDT.
Like that.
I think that's it. And so that's how awareness. Another thing is back in Bowser's day, he used to have his favorite couch that he always laid on. And me wanting to do the right thing, keep a clean place, I would use the spray furniture cleaner on it every week. And now later on in his life, it occurred to me, this is a harmful chemical. I started to learn more. We all just kind of became more aware over the past 10 to 20 years about this stuff.
Yeah, we had no idea.
I'm like poisoning my dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you got to think about when you put out the dandelion crap, anti-dandelion stuff on your lawn. If you got a dog out there running around and then licking his paws.
Well, the most common chemicals, and there was a weed killer that you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it now, but man, that is in the court system, and people have gotten paid off for getting cancer from
Roundup.
That whole thing. Yeah, Roundup. It's terrible.
Yeah, we've only become aware of this in the past few years.
I know, but think about it. How dumb were we that we thought we could just, spray some stuff all in there and it kills all the plants around you?
Yeah, that's how dumb am I that I was
gonna hurt me
running through the fog of a mosquito spray.
That can't hurt. That's got to be good for you. Anyway, here's one called Nano Sparkle. I really like this one. This is I
have doubts.
Well, of course you do. I mean, every one of these products seems like they're too good to be true, but the science behind this seems pretty interesting. It goes through this whole story about, let me explain what it does.
Yes.
First off, it goes through the story about this guy who gets his new black BMW keyed and he's heartbroken. He takes it to the dealership and they're like, it's going to cost you $700 to get this fixed. And he's all beside himself about this whole thing. And he's so mad, he tells everybody about it. Finally, one guy is
and the first thing they'll say is, well, we can't just do that touch up. We got to take that whole panel off and paint it. They always
he talked to this one guy at the store who apparently was also a body shop mechanic. And he says, usually when we get people that come in and it's not really it's more of a superficial kind of scratch. We use this product where we don't have to repaint. We can just wipe this down and it looks brand new. So here's the deal is that this product, it's these wipes. It looks just like a regular car rag, with the soft material, I can't remember what you call that stuff, but it's really
microfiber, maybe.
Like microfiber, right? It just looks like that, but this has some magic in it. Let's see, how does it work? It's got something like these polymers. If you want to get the real science with this, the sodium ions within the powder actually reactivate the paint molecules, which is why the paint seems to replace the scratch. So rub this on there,
some paint.
And the paint actually refinishes whatever the scratch was, and then it looks like new.
Is the company called Windfall?
It's Nano Sparkle Cloth. I don't know what the company name is, but it's Nano Sparkle.
Yeah, I ask because Walmart has Windfall Nano Sparkle Cloth car scratches for $6.99.
Well, these are a little more expensive than that. The actual each cloth is about $30, but you can see the difference here. Here's a scratch, completely just looks like a glossy finish now. And you've seen these before, totally cleared up here. Here we go, another one. I mean, this looks like the kind of stuff you'd want to have around the house, and just in case something. There's pretty amazing pictures here of the before and after. Here's what kind of made my red flag go off here. Let's see. So right now there's a buy one get one free. It's virtually $15 a cloth, but they've got this little map down here. It says click the state that you live in to see if they're still available, because these things are flying off the shelf. So I thought I'll click Ohio. Oh, look, you can get it in Ohio, Barry. That's good for you. I wonder if I can get it in Arizona. Oh, well, believe it or not,
Well, you
can
get it anywhere. It's shipping.
Then I clicked on all of them.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's what a car.
But you know what? They're using the age-old marketing trick of scarcity. They're making you think that there's something special.
They're flying out of there. Well, but these are very popular, and apparently this is a body shop secret. They don't want you to know, and they were probably going to use this and charge that guy $700 to do something you can get done for about $50.
I will say on the Walmart page, this what was it called? Windfall
Nano Sparkle.
Okay, this is Windfall Nano Sparkle. So I hope it's a different one, because this one has 12 reviews and they all rated it 1 star out of 5. Do not buy this product, is what most of them say. Very unhappy, waste of money. For that.
And of course, on this, they've got a whole lot of great reviews. So
on their website. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's who knows if it's their website. This guy did an article. I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
If it's their website or not, but lots of good stuff. I had one in here specifically for you. I don't know what the deal is with your dog and how you're
just starting to address that, because it's our first fall with him and you're getting on the shedding thing. He is shedding like crazy.
Okay, good. I mean, not good.
Good.
But, I remember, with my dog Stella, she hated being brushed, and she was a Labradoodle. She wasn't supposed to. She wasn't even supposed to shed, but she shed, and so I thought, baths.
She shed. A Labradoodle is like
crazy.
Guaranteed or your money back, right?
I know. I wanted to get our money back, but they wouldn't give it to us. I'm just kidding. She shed. I don't know. It was we got ripped off on that, but Stella didn't like the brush because she had kind of curly hair and it would get matted. And it would pull out her hair. Well, this is this amazing product here. You can get it for like $30. She talks about this dog that she has that just sheds like crazy, and she tried everything and nothing worked, and she was going crazy. So she uses this. This particular product reduces shedding by 95%, keeps home free from coat fur. And the amazing thing about this is it somehow grabs the hair from not only the top of the skin, but underneath, or the top of the fur, but underneath of the fur. And it creates, and it does so without pulling the dog's fur and hurting them. And the dog loves it. Look at this. That's how much fur she just got out of that dog right there. It's like another dog. It's bigger than the dog, and the dogs love it. Look at this. It gives them this great texture to their fur and everything.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They absolutely love it. I would have loved to have something like this myself. When I look at this dog, this is what she got out of her dog. And the shedding stops. It's about $40. You can get it right now for $19.95.
All right. Well, you get on Amazon. It's called Pet Neat Pet Grooming Brush for $15. And the picture,
this one's called Fluff Grab.
I know the picture you showed is exactly the same picture.
Well, it's probably made in China. Anyway.
Okay. All right. I would just get that off Amazon, but it also has 4 3/4 reviews out of 5.
So it's good.
It's very good. Yeah.
So
I'm going to say
this
again,
could be a godsend for you.
On Amazon, look up Pet Neat Pet Grooming Brush. Whatever. But it looks like a great deal. It really does for what it is, and highly rated.
There's a bunch more of these berries. Barry, I see that we're berries. I've never said that before. But I see that we're running. Here's one here. Finally Fresh dishwasher. Apparently you're supposed to clean your dishwasher, and a lot of people use bleach to clean it. It doesn't really do the job. This woman found that out. But what happens at the end is that if you don't do it, you're going to get glasses that look a lot like this one, very cloudy. And so cleaning your dishwasher prevents that from happening. But how do you get it done? Apparently, what happens inside of your dishwasher is the plastic coating that's in there gets contaminated, very hard to clean. This product right here called Finally Fresh dishwasher is very easy to use. All you got to do is drop a tablet into the wash cycle, and here's some kind of before and afters of the dishwasher, and in one wash it totally cleans your inside of the dishwasher, and when you use it again, you're going to have your glasses come out looking sparkling, much like what we're looking at right here. Very inexpensive as well. Let's see, this woman says that she had a $100 visit from her plumber, but all she really had to do is use this product for $14.95, and you can just put that in monthly and you're good to go. Also, it takes away any smells that are in there as well. I got another one for your washing machine that does the same thing. You put the stuff inside the washing machine. If your washing machine smells like mildew or whatever, or your clothes smell like mildew afterwards, you want to put this stuff in there, because a lot of times it's mold that's in there, which could be hazardous. The same thing with your dishwasher. So, Barry, if you could put this link on to our show, people can go and they can access this. They might want to take your advice and get this all on Amazon, but at least you'll know what these are. It's the link that's in our show notes. You can look right in there and under my show notes.
Okay. I was thinking here a second ago, this particular topic that you've been talking about for the last 15, 20 minutes, that would lend itself to live as well. Because people would be like, no way, man, I tried that. I got a better product right here. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I agree. Live shows are fun. I've done a couple of live shows before, and really, it's the things that don't go the way that you think that they're going to go that are the most fun in a live show.
Definitely. I think we should give some more thought to it. But I really think that next week, I think we'll do this grandparenting thing live. I think that
sounds kind of fun.
See how it goes.
I kind of want to talk about the positive parts about being a grandparent. I get what you're saying.
That's overplayed.
There's so much joy.
Everybody knows.
I don't think it is. I don't think so. But you
boring.
Can see, this is what's so great about us is we can vehemently disagree or even violently disagree. But
violently, we're in different parts of the country.
But look at how different we are. My kids are of the age where grandchildren are a possibility, and that's why I'm more excited about the other side of things, Barry.
Oh, I certainly understand. Hey, this is just we're gonna have to go soon. Did you see the story? I'm looking for it here, of just a couple of days ago, about that guy that landed a plane. He was trying, God, I'm looking for it. He was going to see his pregnant wife. Oh, here, passenger en route to see his pregnant wife lands aircraft on Florida runway after telling the air controller, "My pilot is incoherent. I have no idea how to fly a plane."
Oh my God.
You did? Oh,
terrifying.
So I read that and I was looking at the pictures and stuff, and I was thinking, like, what if you're in that situation? Everybody wants to act like they're going to be a hero. Trust me. If you never flew a plane and your life is on the line and all you got is a stranger on the other end of that radio, that would be terrifying. But I would say, the person that has played more video games throughout their life has a much better chance of survival,
Right. Was this like a passenger plane, or like just like two?
Yes, it was a very small plane, a passenger plane, and I'm quickly trying to go to share. I was a little unprepared on this, but and this was like yesterday, I think it came out.
Holy cow!
So Robert Morgan, air traffic controller at Palm Beach International Airport in Florida, printed out a layout of the cockpit of the Cessna 208 caravan airplane to help the unnamed passenger land the plane. So the passenger was flying from the Bahamas to Florida, and the pilot fell unconscious. And so he had to land the plane. There was some kind of, I guess so if you're watching, here's a look. It's one of those standard little tiny planes with a propeller on the front.
Got it. Yep.
Yeah, so that would be terrifying.
Sure, it would. Gosh, how
God.
crazy! Landing a plane, and then apparently that's not easy to do.
I think I could do it because I've done a lot of the flight simulating video games, and that would help a lot.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, you've seen the movies. Like, you just want to really level that. You know what'd be tough is because you want to come in and you want to just go straight down for as long as possible. In other words, not go at a steep pace towards the ground.
Right.
But you're going to run out of runway. That's the thing.
It's the speed that you're coming in, and striker, you're coming in too
better
hot.
Get it right. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
it would be terrifying no matter what. I had a friend of mine come and take me on his little Piper Cherokee, and it was a terrifying experience. I did not really enjoy it, but I was basically having a panic attack, and the plane was too little for me.
I hear you.
I was all like, I can't move, and every time I tried to move, I would hit one of the instruments, and the plane would jerk around and everything, and I thought we were going to crash the whole time. But at one point, he asked me if I wanted to fly the plane, and we were in the middle of the air and all, and I reluctantly, I thought there's never going to be a time where I can do anything. Okay. And I flew it for about a minute, and he had me bank right, bank left, go up, go down. And then that was about it. But it was so easy to maneuver the plane around. That was what it was pretty cool. That's why after I realized how easy it was, that kind of freaked me out, because if it was that easy to move things around, if I just made the wrong move, it'd be very easy for us to crash. So I'm like, okay, you can have it back.
Right. I actually found a video of that guy, but I'm trying to pull it up to check it out, and it's not playing. So that's a big waste of time. So I'm getting out of there.
Well, good story though. I'm glad the guy survived that. He was going to see his fiance or something.
His pregnant wife.
Wow.
Yeah, I think she was close to giving birth.
Wow.
With that, I think I'm going to have to wind up here.
Yeah,
I did have a lighter side story, but it's a little long. I got to mention it, though. It was about a non-speaking valedictorian with autism gives a moving commencement speech, and she did it via this typing out thing. And she just said, God gave you a voice, use it. And she said, no, the irony of a non-speaking autistic is it's encouraging to see you use your voice. It's not lost. How did I gotta reread that? And no, the irony of a non-speaking autistic encouraging you to use your voice is not lost on me. Mm-hmm. Because if you can see the worth in me, then you can see the worth in everyone you meet. And I watched the whole 6-minute video on this, and it was really good. And you could see that at sunnyskies.com. So if you want to look that up, I thought it was very moving, but I don't have time to play that. And we don't want to watch a 6-minute video right now. But it was moving. All right. Hey, with that, everybody, just go to over50startingover.com to sign up, or you can catch us on YouTube, on Apple Play, on your phone. Pull up pull up your podcast app and look for us at Over 50 Starting Over. And hope to see you guys soon. See you next week. Hopefully it's live. Talk to you then. All right, Merle.